I could really use some Irish luck today. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I will tell you about the disappearing book. Welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina, Kristina. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy smanchy stuff going on here. And welcome to my St. Patrick's Day video. A little early. This is the If Then Day. It's Friday. And we're going to talk about some St. Patrick's Day, a couple of mysteries, and most of the rest are cozies. And if you will, please, in a couple of days, check out my fake book video. I should have called it a Blarney Stone video, but I did not think about it till after I did it, and because I didn't talk about it in the video, I wasn't going to put a message in the title. A lot of video people do that, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about Irish books for St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Day themed books, cozy books. There's your title. I'm not going to do some fake stuff like other channels do. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I will tell you about the disappearing book. So, we just have a few here today. It is a rainy day here today. So let's just do this one. It's not a cozy. It's The Ghosts of Belfast by Stuart Neville. Fagin has been a hard man, an IRA killer in Northern Ireland who served a dozen years in the Maze prison. Now that peace has come, he is being haunted day and night by the ghosts of 12 of his innocent victims, a mother and an infant and a schoolboy, a butcher, a member of the Royal Ulster Constabulary, and 7 others. In order to appease them, he's going to have to kill the men who gave him his orders. But for the first time in his life, he has fallen in love with Marie McKenna, a woman who has a little girl who has taken an RUC officer as a lover and is still shunned for this act of disloyalty. Marie and her daughter offer Fagin the prospect of a new life and the possibility of redemption, but they are also potential hostages, which makes doing what he has to do much harder. Is this Fagin's ultimate mistake? As the mother of a boy he killed once told him, sooner or later, everyone pays. Check that out. And I don't think Sheila Connolly, Fatal Roots. A few months ago, Boston expat Maura Donovan was rekindled with her mother after more than a 20-year absence. Since then, Maura has been getting accustomed to Irish living, complete with an inherited house, a pub named Sullivan's, but now her mother has returned and she's brought Maura's half-sister in tow. To make matters more confusing, a handful of Cork University students are knocking on Maura's door asking about a mystical fairy fort that happens to be located on Maura's piece of land. The lore indicates that messing with the fort can cause bad luck, and most everyone is telling Maura not to get too involved for fear of its powers. But Maura is curious about her own land, and she definitely doesn't buy into the superstition. Then one of the students disappears after a day of scoping out the fort on Maura's property. Maura treads carefully after asking the folks around town who might have an idea, but no one wants anything to do with these forts. She has to take matters in her own hands. It's her land, after all, but when she uncovers a decades-old corpse buried in the center fort, nothing is for certain. And all my co-hosts have disappeared too. Ken Bruin, a Galloway epiphany. Jack Taylor has finally escaped his violent life in Galloway for a quiet retirement in the country, but on a day trip back into the city to sort out his affairs, Jack is hit by a truck in front of Galloway's family memorial. left in a coma but mysteriously without a scratch on him. When he awakens weeks later, he finds Ireland in a frenzy over the so-called miracle of Galloway. People have become convinced that two children seen tending to him are saintly, and the site of the accident sacred. The Catholic Church isn't so sure, and Jack is commissioned to help find the children to verify the miracle or expose the stunt. But Jack isn't the only one looking for those children. A fraudulent order of nuns needs them to legitimize its sanctity and becomes involved with a dangerous arsonist. Soon the building in which the children are living burns down. Can they escape? Jack returns to his old tricks and his old demons as his quest becomes personal. Yeah, here. I may have found a new series to try out. I'm gonna think about trying this. Not this one, but a different one. Andrew M. Greenlee, Irish Golds. Oops. I didn't. Hold on a second. Nuala Ann McGrail, a student at Dublin's Trinity College, is beautiful the way a Celtic goddess is beautiful. Not that Dermot Michael Coy of Chicago has ever seen one of those in his 25 years, unless you count his grandmother Nell, who left Ireland during the troubles with her husband Liam O'Rada, and who would never tell why they left. Somebody else remembers, or is that why Dermot set upon by thugs? Irish Parade Murder, Leslie Mears. She does a lot of these. She has her and the other lady. Did I do her already? Have a lot of Irish holiday themed. This is gonna bug me now. Uh oh, this lady. These two ladies. This lady has got something from every holiday. You're doing a cozy video about a holiday? Look this lady up. She's got 'em all. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day. She's got 'em all. I love her to death for that. She's great. And she's got some good recipes too. And this one too. She's another one. Irish Parade Murder. And if you check into my fake books, aka Blarney Stone. I should have named it Blarney Stone. I really should have. Um, her name is these titles. The titles are real. The authors are real. But this author didn't write this book, and the synopsis is totally fake. So you'll have to check out my Blarney Stone. Well, actually, I don't call it Blarney Stone. I call it fake books. Like I said, it's called fake books. Check it out. So, Irish Parade Murder. Lucy Stone can almost hear the death knell of her part-time reporter job the instant she meets new hire Rob Callahan. He's a young, ambitious, and positioning himself to become the Penn Saver's next star reporter. So it is a shock when Rob is suddenly charged with sending a corrections officer from town to a fiery death. Contrary to the evidence, Lucy doubts her office rival committed murder. As an unnerving mystery unfolds, trouble in her personal and professional life are colliding, and Lucy realizes she'll sooner discover a four-leaf clover than confront a killer with the gift of gab and live to tell about it. We didn't even do this one. Janet Evanovich! If you have not checked out my Stephanie Plum uh reviews, please go check those out. 1 for the money, 2 for the dough, 3 to get deadly, 4 score, high 5, hot 6, 7 up, hard 8 to the 9s, big 10s, 11 on top, 12 sharp. Please go check them all out. We just did another one the other day, and we're looking forward to November when the next one comes out. And this was for a while there. She hasn't done these in a while, but for a while she was doing these were the in between books, the not the numbers books. These were with Diesel or Wolf. Um, Looking to get lucky, Stephanie Plum is back between the numbers, and she's looking to get lucky in an Atlantic City hotel room in a Winnebago and with a brown-eyed stud who has stolen her heart. I don't believe that at all. We all know it's either Morelli or Ranger. And she recently made a choice, and people are betting it's not for long. Um, Stephanie Plum has a way of attracting danger, lunatics, oddballs, bad luck, and mystery men. And no one is more mysterious than the unmentionable Diesel. He's back and hot on the trail of a little man in green pants who has lost a giant bag of money. Problem is, the money isn't exactly lost. Stephanie's grandma Missour has found it, and like any good Jersey senior citizen, she's hightailed in Winnebago to Atlantic City and hit the slots. With Lula and Connie in tow, Stephanie attempts to bring Grandma home, but the luck of the Irish is rubbing off on everyone. Lula's found a job modeling plus-size lingerie. Connie's found a guy. Diesel found Stephanie, and Stephanie has found herself in overhead with a caper involving thrice stolen money, a racehorse, a car chase, and a bad case of hives. It's a shame Connie still doesn't have the guy. He's never mentioned in the books. Carlene O'Connor, Peggy Ehrhart, and Liz Ireland, The Irish Milkshake Murders. In advance of their St. Patrick's Day wedding, Tara Meehan and Danny O'Donnell are off to the Aran Islands with their bridesmaids and groomsmen for a joint hen and stag party. This weekend kicks off with the ferry trip to Innismore as the passengers enjoy boozy milkshakes on board and entertainment from a pair of famous Irish dancing twin brothers. But faster than Tara can say, "Oh, Danny boy," a murder shamrocks the boat as someone's spiked shake turns out to be their final round. Stuck in a rural island cottage while a storm rages outside, Tara must find the Celtic killer before luck runs out. Murder Most Irish by Peggy Ehrhart. St. Patrick's Day is drawing near in Arborville, New Jersey, and the folks at Hyler's Luncheonette are getting into the holiday spirit with a new limited Irish-themed menu, a festive green milkshake appropriately titled the Leprechaun. It's a hit until a patron is felled by one of the frothy concoctions during a sheep parade through town. Now it's up to Pamela Patterson and her knit and nibble knitting club pal, Bettina Fraser, to catch a murderer and put a stop to their sheer madness. Mrs. Claus and the Luckless Leprechaun by Liz Ireland. Spring in Santaland means two things. The elves have more leisure time and ice ball season is in full swing. To celebrate April Claus, Claire whips up some minty milkshakes for her bustling ice cream shop, Santa Land Scoop. But when the St. Patty's promotion makes one elf the target of a decidedly unlucky strike, Miss Claus and her friends must figure out if the attack was a failed hit job, a crime of passion, or an extremely unfortunate accident. Oops. We're going to be reviewing this. Look for this review in a couple days. This is a new one. So we're going to be reading this in a couple days. So please check that out. And turns out she's one of my authors too. So Sivan's brother Fion's new family restaurant, the Sullivan Six, is so close to opening, but waiting on the necessary permits, plus the heat of July in the village of Kilbane in County Cork, are driving everyone a bit mad. McDara Flannery comes to the rescue with a plan. Take a holiday by the sea and stuff themselves with fish and chips to support the struggling businesses of the aptly named Mrs. Chipper. But when they arrive, a crowd is gathered in front of the closed shop. A local fisherman with fresh cod delivery, a food critic, Mrs. Chipper's ex-husband, who's opening a competing fish and chip shop directly across the street, and a repairman to fix the vent for the deep fryer. With Siobhan and McDare as witnesses, a local handyman gets the locked door open, only to find the proprietor lying dead and covered in flour at the base of a ladder in rungs coated with slippery fat. Clearly, this was not an accidental tragedy. So look for this in my videos in the next couple days. And let's see. The Irish knit murder. The Listers have been part of Arborville society for generations. Through 70-something, Isabel Lister doesn't fit the role of upper crust heiress. She's always been a colorful character, and her fun-loving spirit is on display at the senior celebration as she performs some beloved Irish songs. But minutes later, her body is found backstage. It's hard to imagine who targets such a harmless eccentric, but Pamela finds herself suspecting everyone. There's a Wiccan who thought St. Patrick wasn't so saintly, the woman upset about the cultural appropriation who feels commercialization of shamrocks is a sham. The two men Isabel was seeing, who could have been green with jealousy, and old friends and family who may have feared Isabel would spill their secrets. But Pamela's on the case, and that means for the killer the jig will be up soon. Did I do this? Yes. Okay. And the other one was the other one. I might do this. There's only 4 books in the series, so I might do it because I picked them all up. So we'll see. We shall see. Dead in Dublin. Ferrying tourists around Dublin for the Leprechaun limo service makes quite a change after years in the military. Still, Megan Malone is enjoying her life in Ireland. She likes the scenery, the easy pace, the quirky, quick-witted locals. Everything except having one of her clients drop dead at the statue of fabled fishmonger Molly Malone. Most restaurant critics notch up their share of enemies. Elizabeth Dare, however, was a well-loved international star. Her and her husband Simon had just had dinner when Elizabeth collapsed, and spoiled seafood is the first suspect. The restaurant owner, worried her business is doomed, begs Meg to look into it, but her irate boss and handsome gardener, who's both amused and annoyed by her persistence, Megan has her hands full even before she's cajoled into taking care of 2 adorable Jack Russell puppies, while she is almost definitely not keeping. But if the cockles and mussels aren't to blame, can Megan find the real culprit? Another fishy death occurs. We'll see. I think that's okay. So, the mysterious disappearing book. So, I had my books, and they were all shelved like this. Okay? And I wanted a book for this video. So I took the book and I put it like this on the shelf. Okay? I had a whole bag of library books to go back to the library. I put the library bag next to the bookcase. I must have at some point tapped the bookcase. The book, because it was standing up, fell in the library bag. And I did not notice when I was returning the books that I was returning one of my own personal books. So that is the disappearance of my book. And I'm very upset that I didn't notice on two different occasions that the book was missing, because I physically had it in my hand the other day. It was physically on the bookshelf. It was shelved. And I said to myself, I'll pull it out and I'll stand it up so I can see it. And it disappeared. It's not there. I spent 30 minutes looking at the bookshelf this morning, hoping it would magically appear, and it didn't. And then it occurred to me that I had put the library bags next to it, and it must have fallen, and I didn't notice when I returned it. And I always make a good point of checking all the books, because I have a tendency to return my own books. And I always make, because when I do the videos, 50-50 mine, 50-50 the library. I have a lot of books, and I accidentally returned one of my books. So, we'll get a picture, and we'll reorder the book from Amazon again. And I'm trying to collect these to do the series. I've done some of them already. I probably have already done this one. Four-leaf clover, Maddie Day. There's no mistaking St. Patrick's Day at Pans and Pancakes. Robbie may only be Irish by marriage to Abby O'Neill, but the shelves of vintage cookware in the Southern India store are draped with glittery shamrocks and Kelly green garlands, and her restaurant is serving shepherd's pie and Guinness beer brownies. The event, however, is televised cooking competition to be filmed on site. Unfortunately, someone's luck has run out before the cameras start rolling. Tough as Nails producer Tara O'Hara Moore is found upstairs in her B&B room, bludgeoned apparently by the heavy hilt of a cleaver left by her side. Now, not only does Robbie have a store full of festive decorations, she's got a store full of suspects. And that's the end of my cozy Irish mysteries. Maybe you found something to enjoy this St. Patrick's Day. I hope you did. And I hope you have sympathy for me and hit the thumbs up for my missing book. I did a little video the other day and people hit thumbs down. I'm like, what'd you hit thumbs down for? If you can't be nice, please don't say anything. Just be nice, especially in these times. But I hope you enjoyed our St. Patrick's Day, and please go check out the fake books. I even contacted some authors, and they were livid that this was out there. They didn't. The titles, like I said, the titles, I didn't realize it till later, but the titles were real and the authors are real, but they didn't go together. And the synopsis was totally fake, because almost every one of them ends, murder takes place during the Irish St. Patrick's Day festivities. St. Patrick's Day festivities. St. Patrick's Day festivities. It happens it was fake. So have a happy St. Patrick's Day a couple days early, because Flashback Monday is St. Patrick's Day. Have a good one.